Hello, my loves, and welcome to the inaugural, doesn't that sound posh? I'm going to call this What the Deck. That's what this is going to be called, What the Deck. So, welcome to the first ever What the Deck. And I'm really super excited about this because there's a story behind it. This is the beautiful Wisdom of Tula Oracle Deck. It's written by Karen Stuth. I hope I said that right, Karen. I really hope I said that right. And the artwork is by Diana Cates Dunn. Tula came about almost by accident, and she has been a muse for Diana for a long time now. So we are very lucky to be able to share Tula and learn from her. The bit of the just a general blurb about the packaging and stuff. As you can see, it's beautiful, but the thing I really like is it's easy to open because of the differences in the box. I'm going to bumble through this, but stick with me. As you can see, the guidebook is beautiful. I'll have to bring this up here a bit. But compared to the cards, you can see how thick the box is. It's really sturdy cardboard box. So you can guarantee that the cards will be kept safe. The book is absolutely beautiful, and I'm super excited because as a collector, this one's autographed. So I'm a bit chuffed with that. But she's beautiful, look. The pages are glossy, they're smooth, and best, they're in colour. The writing's beautiful, it's detailed, but it still leaves you the ability to interpret the cards for yourself, however it sits. And the writing isn't like super lengthy. It gives you what you need to know, and then just hello, darling. I've got a just interruption by a small dog. Well, actually, this one's not so small. He's just got a sore foot. Sorry, that will happen. Where was I? I love this because not only does it have a table of contents, but at the back, it has an index of the artwork of the paintings, which is beautiful. Okay, so getting on to the cards, which is the best part. They're really beautiful, high gloss, quite sturdy cards, but they're still flexible enough to shuffle really quite easily. The size is about 9 centimetres by 13.5 centimetres, or 3.5 inches by 5.3 inches, about. There you go. You can see the size of them compared to my hand. So to shuffle, I can shuffle them, but they probably lend themselves more to a casino style shuffle. It's got a standard back, so you can, it's not like a tarot where you try not to recognize whether it's upright or in reverse. This is an oracle, so they're all upright. So it doesn't matter if the backs aren't aren't indicative of which way's up, basically. The artwork in these is so divine, and it lends itself to the author and the artist, Karen and Diana, both refer to Tula as being both a guide. I'm just trying to find a good one to go with what I'm saying. A guide, and here we go. This is awesome. A guide and you. So Tula can guide you in, you know, which direction or advice, or, you know, maybe just an elbow in the ribs to go and have a bit of fun. Or she can encourage you to step into her world and see things from her perspective. And that's beautiful in a way that it leaves everything open to you and to your interpretation, but still has that guidance if you really need it, and if you still doubt yourself and your intuition. So it's a beautiful deck, and it's a beautiful, I would suggest, deck for both the novice and the experienced reader. They are I'll run through them. I'm just putting them back to how I sorted them out last night beautifully, by the way, and now I've stuffed it, as I do so well. So, having said that, let's move on, because they are no longer in order, which I wanted them to be, but they're not. So we'll just, you know, wing it. Let's wing it. The cards, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each card, because, like I said, I want you to go out and buy it. And also, every interpretation is different. We all see things through our own eyes and our own reality and our own understanding and interpretation and what's going on for us at the time. So, hey boo, it's my Barney. So how you interpret them is going to determine on you and the day and the time of day that you're looking at them. So let's get going. This is Balance and Bliss. I always think of Moulin Rouge when I see that. Bullseye. Very Sagittarian energy right there. Right there, right there, because, you know, I am a Sag. Canvas. This is one that got me sucked right in straight away, because of the inspirational lines and the heart lines tied into the canvas that she's creating, and she's observing it at the same time that she's creating it. And it's very, very quantum of how we create our reality. I love it. I love canvas. Circles. Look at that. Connection. Have a soft spot for donkeys. And connection comes in all shapes and sizes, doesn't it? discovery, expansion, flow. I think that's one of the great lessons in life. Can we please have more of that? And a little bit more of this, forgiveness. I love this because, look at this. She could be looking in a mirror. You could be the mirror looking back. Forgiveness isn't just about forgiving other people. A lot of the time it's about forgiving ourselves. I love that one. I love all of them. Who am I kidding? I love all of them. Freedom. Glide. This is very southern hemisphere winter at the moment. I could talk about all of these. I could just go on and on about all of them. Healing. Intuition. Kaleidoscope. Authenticity. I read up on that one last night and I'm not going to ruin the surprise for you. That's beautiful, that one. Abundance. Applause. Another thing I love about the writing in this is the different perspectives that Karen takes regarding ways of looking at things, how we see things and how we interpret things. And she encourages us to broaden the way we think of things. You know, I'd never looked at it that way before, and that's just gold to me. Anyone who's watched my readings will know that I'm all about seeing things from a different perspective. Self-care, yeah. Soar. Soul voice. This is one that many people underestimate. How do you use your soul voice? Squeaky wheel. However you want to see this one, it's great. But I love the way she's not doing anything. It's almost like she's got it there she's got the oil can there just in case, but it's almost like I am not going to participate in your attention-seeking behaviour. Nobody else needs to squeak to get my attention. So it just had that whole, I hear you, I see you, I know you're there, you're all right, and I will, you know, look after you all equally and fairly. But just because one makes more noise doesn't mean the others aren't as valuable. Love it. Stewardship. Story. What's your story? What stories do we tell? And how many of us realize that we can change our story anytime we want? I'm in the middle of doing that now. Synergy. Teacher. Look at that. Tend your garden. This is one from my mother. Wholeness. Isn't that divine? I think that's underneath it all the labels and names and different things that we talk about. I think wholeness is what ultimately we're all seeking. wide open. Now this is beautiful. Quiet confidence. When I talk about being self-confident or finding your voice again or standing up for your boundaries, I always talk about it being quiet, calm, a calm knowing. So when I came up with quiet confidence, I thought, oh, I love these. Reconnection. Savor. That's so mindful. Talk about mindfulness, there you are. Seeker. I think if I had to pick one card, this would be my card. Play. How many of us forget to do that? Presence. It's looking at these cards makes you realize how many different interpretations there are for words. Because presence could be mindfulness, being mindful, being present. But it can also be what energy are you presenting to the world? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're not the best dressed or the most educated or the richest. It does, those things don't matter. The energy you carry presents you before any of the world's labels present you. Does that make sense? I hope so. If it doesn't, ponder it. Listening. Dalai Lama. If you're listening, if you're talking, you're not learning. If you're listening, you're learning. Something like that. Don't bash me for getting the quote wrong. Live and let live. Lucid dreams. Look at that. Maestro. Meditation. How many times have you heard, I can't meditate? Yeah, you can. Just change the way you see the word meditate. New beginnings. Observer. Perspective. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. And I saved the best for last. Magic. Because there's magic in everything. We just have to want to see it. How cool is that? All right, my loves. So I'm going to do a reading now with the divine Miss Tula. And I will see you there. Hold that thought. Maybe, maybe not.